The CT3E is the latest addition to the green phone series. It incorporates electronic coin validation and tariff setting by the use of a programming console called a Master Data Unit, or MDU. Later on, with the use of the MDU, we'll be looking at the programming of the CT3E. But firstly, let's cover the maintenance procedures in detail. The mechanics of the CT3E have been rationalised. Now, there is only one gate holding the coin mechanism and also the associated control circuitry. There is one main printed circuit board. This is called the network unit. Other important features are the power supply, refund chute, gravity switch, dial assembly and bell. The remaining hardware, however, has not been changed except for the inclusion of the new handset and cord, the HCC14. Let us now go to the first step in the maintenance procedure, which is the removal of the funnel solenoid bracket assembly from the coin mechanism. The funnel solenoid assembly can be removed from the coin mechanism by firstly disconnecting the wiring harness and unscrewing the two wing nuts on the side. By holding the solenoid operated, it can then be removed from the mechanism in this fashion. With the funnel solenoid assembly now removed, we can now remove the coin mechanism from the gate. Firstly, by disconnecting the wiring harness and then grasping the lifting handles at either side, the coin mechanism can be moved up and out of the gate. Replacement of the coin mechanism is in the reverse procedure. The funnel solenoid assembly can now be replaced back onto the coin mechanism assembly. By holding the funnel solenoid activated, it can be easily replaced back onto the gate as such, and tightening up the two securing wing nuts. Also, to rejoin the wiring harness. If you suspect the coin validation coils to be faulty, at no stage should you attempt to remove the coils from the coin mechanism. The reason being is that these coils are individually tuned to each mechanism. To remove the gate, firstly disconnect the two wiring connectors. And then lift the gate off the side hinges. With the gate removed, easy maintenance on the CT3E is now enabled. When reinstalling the gate, make sure that the connectors are replaced correctly. They are clearly marked with red and blue dots to match the relevant sockets. With the gate mechanism now removed, the network unit can now be easily replaced. Please observe anti-static measures. Firstly, ensure that the power is turned off. We now remove the P connector. Secondly, we take off the connectors for the handset cord. Now we undo the two right-hand captive screws all the way with a flat-bladed screwdriver. We now then undo the two left-hand screws and also by holding the top handle at the same time. It can now be removed up and out. With the network unit removed, the power supply can now be replaced. Firstly, undo the securing screw of the power supply cover and move outwards. Disconnect the power leads and insulate them individually, as each one of these leads has still power connected to it. With the power leads insulated, we can now disconnect the wiring harness for the power supply. Next, loosen off the captive central retaining screw. The power supply can now be lifted out of the main assembly. Replacement of the power supply is in the reverse procedure. With the power leads connected, the cover can now be replaced back onto the assembly. Replacing the network unit is a reversal of our previous procedure. Firstly, we tighten up the screws on the right-hand side.